Hey, it's me, Kyle, from the Books and Boards YouTube channel. Today, I just wanted to kind of go over how we go about moving our old inventory out of our store. Obviously, just like reselling in general, there are many different ways to do it. A lot of it depends on the space you have, how fast you want to move things through that space, and what type of inventory you sell. We sell two main types of inventory. Here we sell board games, and then we sell board game pieces. And obviously those are going to have different strategies when it comes to moving old inventory out of our eBay store. For the games, I tend to like those to move relatively quickly. I usually give them about 90 days. That's what I have my first discount at, or price marked down at. So after 90 days, everything gets marked down 25%. Then I wait another 90 days. So at 180 days is when I do another markdown at 50%. And then if anything's been here a year, it gets one more markdown at 75%. And I have found that doing this once a month, so at the beginning of every month, I go through and set up all these markdowns on eBay, and I have found that it actually moves things pretty quickly. Occasionally, we'll sell things for pretty cheap, but usually it's the things that have been sitting here for the longest. I think we sold a game for $2. We probably end up in the long run losing maybe a little bit money, but it moves stuff through. And I mean, ideally, everything would sell within 90 days regardless, but that is just not the reality. And honestly, the majority of our stuff does sell within 90 days. And then, obviously, as you go down the markdown schedule, there's less and less inventory at that price point, or at that markdown point. So for us, it's been pretty good. It's ever since I started doing these markdowns, it has increased our sales. It has helped us move old inventory. There are still a few things that even after marking down 75%, they just do not sell. And those after, I think I did one this past year. I went through and just grabbed anything that had been here for like 2 years and just donated them. I mean, I think it was only a couple games. But yeah, those are just things that hopefully as I've gained experience buying, those types of games that will just sit here become fewer and fewer. And I'm feeling like that's mostly the case. So most of our stuff sells within those 90 days. Then of what's left, the majority sell in the next 90 daes. There really isn't much that gets past that 50% off markdown, but it happens. And it's a way to get our name out there to people looking for inexpensive games, and so kind of like a marketing tool almost. And it's a way to clear off shelf space. Now, game pieces, on the other hand, just like I mentioned, it depends on what inventory you're selling. The game pieces, that's a different story, because those are more long tail items. I'm not selling those individually the same way I am with the board games. And they're replenishable, so that really changes how you got to think about it. And to be honest, I haven't really come up with a good solution for marking down game pieces that have been sitting a while. It's kind of on a as needed basis. If we see that something is kind of getting stockpiled with quantity, then we know that we're probably selling it for too much money, or maybe we're just not offering enough, and maybe we need to bundle it with another game piece to make it more appealing to customers. So that we're still trying to play with that. That's kind of a learning curve for us, but it really highlights the fact that just because we sell games and game pieces, we really have two different stores within our eBay store. It's something else we used to sell. We used to sell books, and that was another different markdown schedule, because those again are long tail items like the game pieces, but they were individual listings like the games. But obviously for books, they can sit around longer. At least you're not always going to sell a really good price book within 90 days. Or at least that's what I found, and I'm pretty sure it's pretty common in the when it comes to booksellers. But anyway, we're also selling seasonal stuff on our second eBay store, and that's a whole nother different markdown schedule. Obviously, with seasonal stuff, I mean, all the Christmas stuff that we've listed so far, I don't want it to sit around for a whole nother season. So by the time we get close to Christmas or the end of the year, I'm going to be marking that down pretty heavily, and that's going to have a whole different markdown schedule compared to our board games and board game pieces. So really, it just depends on what you sell. And if you have a really small space, obviously you're probably going to want a quicker markdown schedule so that you can keep your space moving. You don't want stuff just sitting around. And if you want to keep buying things and listing more things, you obviously need to make room for them, and that means selling the stuff you have. So anyway, that's our markdown schedule for our eBay stores. That's how we do it. It's worked pretty well for us so far. Let me know what you do. What do you sell, and how do you move old inventory? It'd be really nice if everything you bought sold right away, but that's just not the reality of an eBay store. So unfortunately, you got to figure out ways to move things quicker, or move old stuff quicker. So let me know what you guys do. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.